Hi, everyone. I had promised that I would come out with some more information, and this is to help whoever thinks they possibly might have the New World Order programming. Just to give a short explanation what that means, because I have several videos that you can watch on Rumble, so that would explain what that is in more detail. But the New World Order Army programming is something that anybody who was a survivor victim of MK Ultra and all their different kinds of programs, including some of the military, will have this kind of programming that was done many, many years ago. It will be done in every single person with their programming that is built on the foundation of what the Kabbalah tree is. What is made maybe different is let's just say in the last 10 years, I know for sure they brought back many people that even could be older to be reconditioned for their New World Order, and because they were getting closer to accomplishing it. So what we're going through right now is something that they have planned for many, many years. And this programming is basically to help every single person that is in the Illuminati, the New World Order, however you want to say it, the global elites, their plan. So anybody that was ever under mind control at any age, and unfortunately several military people will have this without their knowing, is something that's going to be activated during this time period. So let me explain really quickly. Let's say that you have this programming. Well, they're going to give you a job, and they're going to tell you what stage of the New World Order you are to do your job. You'll be given signals. You will be given codes, and whenever they want to activate you, they will say those specific codes, or somebody will contact you with them, which will activate something that you probably don't even know you have, because it is lying dormant all of these years. And now probably for a lot of people, it still is dormant. So the main reason that I am going to do this video today is to help you find out if you possibly could have the Army programming. There's some simple techniques that you can do to ask and find out. So I'm going to share the screen. I made a little chart, and we can go through this. Okay, if everything goes well. Okay, so if you have the New World Order programming, or if you don't have it, or you just don't know, this is how there are some different ways that you can get the answer. And it wouldn't hurt to ask it in many different ways. First of all, you can pray and you can ask God to show you the truth if you have this programming. You can muscle test. But muscle testing, the quality of the question is the quality of the answer. So sometimes, and I'm not saying you can't, because I have, and I do, but muscle testing can get inverted with people like us who have the programming in the past, right? So you may need somebody to do it for you, but muscle testing is a great way to get some answers of what's been done. You can write. A lot of people can get very specific, detailed of memories of the past through writing. So it's a question you can ask, and you can say, just let a part of me write if I have this New World Order Army programming. Sometimes some people might call it end of time programming. Somebody told me that they call it the end of time programming. It could probably be called different things, but it is a programming that is to usher in the New World Order. Okay, so let's say you're not really trusting yourself to be able to do this for yourself. So see if you have someone you can ask to just ask you some questions. And I'm going to tell you why it's going to work is because if you ask the unconscious mind a question, the unconscious mind will answer quickly It'll answer first. It will always answer honestly. And then after that, the logic mind comes in and tries to tell you why that's not true. So we have to remember that the unconscious mind will answer, and it will answer the first thought. So you have to keep that in mind. So when you can ask yourself this, I find it would be easier if somebody asked it for you. Do I have this New World Order programming? And let your first thought be whatever it is without you trying to, navigate it. There's another way. You can ask questions with because. So because is a word that also has the unconscious mind continue to answer questions, because if you say because, the unconscious mind has to fill out the sentence. So you could say something like, I think I have this New World Army programming because, and then keep going at the first thought. It's always the first thought. Say it again until you can't get any more answers. This is another way your unconscious mind will tell you what it's holding. I will tell you a tremendous helpmeet to me as a practitioner and as a person who has helped a lot of people, including myself, and it's been amazing. One is I have found out so much of programming, what has been done in ways that some people cannot tell me, things that I didn't even know myself, and I use the body code for that. Because the body code is something that is, it's developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone, as I forgot to do that. And I turned my phone off. But body code is basically a program that has 765, I think, categories that you ask your unconscious mind to navigate between all of these. They cover every category, including entities, curses, all this. And you ask the unconscious mind a question. Remember, the quality of the question is the quality of the answer for the unconscious mind. So, especially with body code. But I literally have helped several people use body code, undoing programs and that kind of thing. So why I'm on this topic, I'm going to tell you real quick. I know this is going to seem hard to believe, but it is true. Okay. So some people have told me, I have the suicide program that has went off, or, I've had these really crazy things that have went off of me. I know that there's some kind of programming. We call them alarms, we call them booby traps, bombs, that kind of thing. A super easy way to get rid of them without being traumatized and acting out on any of it is literally using body code. So I will muscle test to see what it is, and I will ask the unconscious mind to go find the parts of me, the parts of my client, whatever it's going to be, to find where this is held, where this program is held. I will use body code to find out further information, and then I will release it using a magnet. This is a magnet that is neodymium. It's a rare earth magnet. It's very powerful. We're going to use a meridian system. Okay. So meridians are the communication highway in our bodies that our unconscious mind uses to talk to our organs, our body. Tapping also uses the meridian system. Body code uses the meridian system. It starts at the eyebrow, goes at the top, all the way over 10 times. So this is a general meridian system. Another one is down your spine. Tapping, we use the meridian systems that are going to be like right here, right here, right here, right here, and peace. And this has got like 4 or 5 organs. So anyway, this is a way that you can release, and I'm telling you, it works, as simple as it may be. But I also do something to make sure. I say a prayer and I ask God to remove this. And I want to explain this before I go further, because if you are someone who has mind control, who has gone over, like has been through a lot of programming and things, they have made you believe that you cannot turn to God. That is because they know if you do, that you will get healed. So I have learned that in my sessions with clients and my sessions with myself is I absolutely have to call upon the Lord Jesus Christ to cast out demons, fallen angels, because in every single program that they have done, they attach and download demons, fallen angels. They do not have to obey anybody except Jesus Christ. They won't obey anybody else. You don't have to have this religious belief system, but you do have to know who has authority, because just as you were programmed all in the MK Ultra program, you know authority very well, because everything's based on it, the hierarchy. Well, the only hierarchy or authority the demons will listen to is Jesus Christ, because his authority is over that. That's why they make sure you believe he is a horrible person. He's a horrible, God. He's done these horrible things to you. Those are all lies. But there's two things they will always make sure you don't have: a relationship with God and love. Those are the two things that will always heal you. So let me go on to the next chart that I have. There's also something, it's called, it's called eutaptics. Sorry, I was trying to see this thing on the bottom of my screen. Eutaptics tapping is the one I use, not EFT. The only reason I'm saying that is because eutaptics tapping is, it's a process taught and based on using the unconscious mind to get to the root very quickly, using many modalities, and tapping as the base. I always use it with my clients, and I'll tell you why. Because when you have gone through programming and you've been tortured, you have had so much trauma, you have enormous amount of emotional pain. And because you have all this pain in your mind and your body, you must release it. And I went for years and years and years, not finding any ways to release the pain. I started remembering everything through my writing and therapists that couldn't help me. And I was left with a boatload of pain. And guess what? As long as your unconscious mind has a bunch of pain, you're not going to move forward. So tapping is a beautiful way to not only use your unconscious mind to get to the truth of what's happened, but it also is, I think, an absolute enormous way that you have to release the pain. I don't know much, and body code does the same thing, just to let you know. It's also removing pain. It's removing emotions that are trapped in your body. And I will tell you guys something. It's a beautiful, amazing, amazing, quick way to help any alters that are going to be inside that are carrying the programming. Body code can really get to the core quickly for the alter, remove it. It's something you can do yourself and help yourself. I know, I've tried to make this program, this video in such a way that it's basically so you can help yourself, because I know right now it's super hard to find somebody as far as a therapist that knows what in the heck is going on and what to do to help, which still shocks me, but it is the truth. So I'm going to go through my other ones here. So what happens if your answer is yes? Well, the first thing that's very important, and the Lord taught me this, is that you have to map out what you have. Okay, well, what does map out mean? Well, mapping out means you need to find out what they've done. You have to find out what's included in the program. Like, what are the pieces? What are the parts? What was the goal? I find for me and many clients, but you know what? I also know some people can't do it, is writing. Writing is amazing to allow those parts of you to talk and tell what happened in a very specific, detailed way that sometimes we just can't get at a conscious level. If you can't do that and it's just not, it's just too hard, try the muscle testing. That is also great for answers. I find once you start using, like if you use the body code and muscle testing, you don't have to use body code, but I would highly suggest it. When you start in the process, your mind will start to reveal things to you. And you'll start to be able to put it together and understand. Because once your mind starts to open up, little by little, it'll start to reveal what it's holding. So again, we're going to ask questions that our mind will answer. So some of the questions we can ask ourselves: when was the Army programming done? Was I taken back in the last 10 years or so for reconditioning? Do I have a dormant program that can still be activated? What are we going to do again? We're going to go back to the first thought. So that means if you can say to yourself and you can get the first thought, beautiful. I would probably suggest a friend, a partner to do the questions for you, just to help you out a little bit. But what happens if you get yes on all these questions? Like every question here, what if you get a yes, yes, yes? What are you going to do? You're going to find out what has been done. You have to. And then is when you start to remove it. Let's go to the next one. All right. Usually this program is going to always be built on your foundation of your programming. Most people do not know this, and it is something I'm going to go into incredible amount. It's just that I'm trying to finish my book, and it will explain a great deal. But the basic program foundation is the Kabbalah tree, which is what I call the tree of death. Every single person in an MK Ultra have it. They hide it. It's hidden. Very few people know about it. The reason why I know about it is because the Lord showed me and taught me about it. And then I will tell you a little secret about my book. So I'm almost done with my book. I'm explaining and going in much deeper to help people show how they can remove stuff than my first book did. It was kind of just like showing the pieces so you understand. Well, I got to a point and I couldn't go further. I really couldn't. And I'm like, God, I need help. Like, I don't understand this piece. And he led me to something that I felt like was literally the mother lode of information. And I am in shock, you guys, because what I found is someone who also found the same information about the Kabbalah tree. So it means everything. It's the foundation of everything. And they're definitely going to connect that in some way. So let's go on. Remember, above all, that God is in charge, and he will always be the one that will help you no matter what. If it wasn't for the Lord, seriously, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have overcome what I have overcome, and I would definitely not be able to help people in the way that I'm helping. But it's all because he is showing the truth. And so the unconscious mind, all the parts of you that were put under mind control, they need to be shown the truth. And I know this is a very simplistic way, but this video isn't about this, but I want to share it. Is your unconscious mind has all these parts of you that were created to fulfill a responsibility, a job, whatever, to believe things that are not true. And your whole programming has been told that Lucifer is this great God. And then they teach you that God, the creator, the real creator of heaven and earth, is horrible. The ultimate goal, I will tell you, is important, is that you must teach those parts of you. When you get to the right place, you must teach them the truth about both. Just a little side fact. Did you know that many things were taken out of the Bible? And the one main thing that was taken out of the Bible, get this, is the identity of Lucifer. I wonder why that was, because they don't want you to know who he really is. And that's why it's so important that at some point when you are getting the deprogramming done and you're trying to heal the parts of you, they have to know this truth. And then you come to a place, and you may have to come to this place many times in your healing, but it's what I call the soul choice. You have to make a soul choice because you were manipulated to believe a lie, and they tortured you until you would believe it. They taught you lies about Lucifer. All of it is lies. They made you believe it, And at some point, because they had so programmed and conditioned you, that you are, of course, are going to accept it, but it's not even really, in my mind, it's not a free will acceptance, but they consider it that you reach a certain age and then you choose it. I know that's what they get away with the legal part of it. The fallen angels are legalists, so they have to have legal permission. But in my mind, it is not the true soul choice. It's a manipulated choice that you have no choice but to say yes, because they'll kill you if you don't. So that's not a choice. So when the parts know the truth, they know who God is, truly know who the real God is, and they know who Lucifer is, then you, as a conscious person, you make the choice. Those parts of you even make the choice with you, connected. Hopefully they're all coming together as one, but you must make the soul choice now. What is it that you choose? Being awake and aware. Because that, to me, is the choice that will be honored by, in my my belief system of the Lord Jesus Christ will totally accept whatever choice you make. And we have to make another choice at some time. And I'm even going to say that, we were manipulated into doing a lot of things that we need to, I hate to say this word, it might turn everybody off, but it's true. We kind of need to repent of what we've done, because we've been made to do things that we're not proud of. And I know that it's something that some people don't want to look at, but if you're alive and you had this stuff happen to you, you were made to do bad things. Okay. And they made you believe it was all your fault. It was your choice. And that it just isn't true. Okay. So it isn't your choice to be traumatized and tortured and raped until you submit to what they want you to do. So I want you to also know that the Lord loves you no matter what, and you are worth so much to him. And he knows that what they did doesn't give them the right to take ownership of you, no matter if they got you to submit. So I want you to hopefully remember that. And I have no idea where that came from. Okay, that's all I got. So I'm going to stop the sharing. I hope that's a little, I think that's the way that I wanted to share most of the stuff with you. I also had one little thing that I wanted to share with you, and I hope this isn't super weird, but this is the thing that I hope all of you can understand. I found this out. I will tell you, it's taken me many, 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 many years to find this out, but I will tell you, it works absolutely incredible. So here it is. I spent an enormous amount of years going to therapists, and I was not getting help. I started remembering things I did. But to be honest with you, I still had so much to remember, even after 20 some years. I still had a lot to remember. That's not healing, and that's not progress. But anyway, getting to the good stuff at the end, God started showing me there are ways to truly get healed and to make this process go faster. And I loved how this one therapist, she said, you know what, we don't have years and years and years for people to be in therapy to get healed of this mind control programming. We just don't. And so God, I believe in the last 10 years has absolutely opened up enormous amount of ways that we can start to heal ourselves quickly. Now, in the process, you have to know what they've done as far as the programming. But I will tell you, do not waste your time going down many of the avenues that most therapists will do. Like, oh, you have the Alice in Wonderland, and you have the Oz and Wizard of Oz, and you have this and you have that. So what? That is not going to set you free. Okay. I thought, oh yeah, we got to go to all these programs. No, it won't get you free. What will get you free is you have to go to the Kabbalah tree, which is the tree of death. You have to go to there's a whole huge foundation of that. Everything is built on that. if you don't remove the Kabbalah tree, and I'm going to say trees because there's several, and you don't remember, you don't remove the training that was specifically done, you won't be free. And I'm trying to get this information out to people so they can understand what's happening, because I spent an enormous amount of money in many, many years of my life going down a pathway that led me to nowhere, which is exactly what they wanted. And we don't have time anymore, you guys. We're at the end of the road. I think we're coming to a time where we all need to stand up and get free. Many of you are getting free, and I'm so grateful for you that you're able to do so, but don't give up. I know it's hard because now more and more people are coming out in the open, and they are sharing what they have experienced. And I am so honored that so many people are doing this, because it gives permission at an unconscious level to every single survivor of mind control, however it was done. It gives permission, and it also supports one another, and it breaks down the programming for everyone. I hope this will help, and I will do more not interviews, but session. Oh, I still in my client mode. Okay. I will do more program. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to try this one more time. I am going to do more videos. There, I got the word. I am going to do more videos to help people with information. I've got a ton of information, and now it's okay to finally start getting it out there. So I hope you're doing great. Just know that no matter what you're holding inside, you can overcome. But it's really important to check out right now, do you have the New World Order Army programming, and shut that down. Even if you're not free, even if you have a ton of, things to still heal, it's okay. At least shut this down. We got to remove it so they cannot activate it. Okay. And I will explain that in a different video. Okay. Take care. Bye.